And you're live too. I think we're live. Yahoo! We are live. Welcome to the Michael and Nancy live show. And we're going to have a special guest tonight. Live show. And my thing.
I'm really looking forward to who that is.
Yeah. We're going to have a special guest tonight. Live show. Live show.
I'm really looking forward to who that is.
Repeat. There we go. Had to stop it. I forgot to turn off the one over here. And Nancy is on her way. As usual, the queen always gets to come in when she wants to come. The queen is on her way. What's that music you always hear? Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Something like that. I think that's for the president. What, sweetie? You will? Okay, we're live. Hey, Tiger Stacker. It could be.
What's up, brother?
Special guest is.
What's going on, Neil? Deneen, how you doing? Let's go up on L. How you doing? So how was your day, Michael? How was yours, Nancy?
We had a pretty good day, I'll say that. But mostly napping. That was even better. Naps are good.
Naps are sometimes very needed.
Ooh, Frosty singing with Nancy. That would be a good special. Maybe. Yeah.
Does Nancy have earplugs?
I'll get her. I'll make her some.
If
sure
she's going to sing with me, she may need them.
Cat naps. That's right, Neil. That's why cats live a long time, right? Because they're always taking naps. What is that pretty thing in front of that, kind of in between the two slabs there? I can't tell if it's a dragon or a horse or a coin or what.
If you're talking about the thing that is directly in front of that green cylinder,
yep,
that is a Supreme Ginger Stacker pour.
Ooh.
That's actually Bifrost's, and it's just sitting on the display.
Okay. Very cool. Very nice. So, yeah. Get my brains here trying to scramble up something. I was going to. Where did it go? That was Eli, though. Anyhow, I know that. Eli sent me a nice card, and I'll move this out of the way here. Sent me a nice card of the Panama Canal there, and some coins from Panama.
Panama, dun, 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 Panama. You guys know that song, right? I've actually been there.
Yeah? Whoa.
With the United States Navy.
Yes. Wow.
8 hours. It was 9 hours to traverse the lock. A long day.
Wow. Yeah. This postcard is such a good picture. I mean, they really did it, because you can pull it up, and I looked with put my reading glasses on and was looking at all the details, and you can see people on the boats, and it was really cool. I thought it was a real good picture. Very good.
That's cool.
Huh?
I said that is cool. Oh yeah, and don't worry, Neil. I'm not going to be singing. I'm just playing around. I promise you, I will not be torturing you all today.
So,
I only do that to Tiger.
I always love to get cards and things from our folks, And so I'm going to leave that up there. Just because I like it and I appreciate Eli sending that. Looks like a
No,
lot.
it's always cool to get stuff.
Yeah.
One of the neatest things I've received was there's a lady named Aunt Laura, and we were talking about Apollo 11. Did the story on Apollo 11 and the launch and what happened during that time frame, and she was like, "Well, my dad worked in the Navy, and he's the one that actually retrieved the capsules. They're actually part of that mission."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And she's like, "No, check this out." So she took a picture and went and got it copied and sent it to me, and sent me a picture of her brother, and her dad sitting on an old station wagon as Apollo 11 took off.
Oh, wow.
I mean, how cool is that? You know what I mean? It's just like, I just got to share a moment with somebody that is like history. Like, it is history. Those are those kind of things. So yeah, I love when people do stuff like that.
That's fun. Yeah. 20-cent piece. Shoo. Looks like an earthquake. What? Aunt Lori, oh, equals me and Becky. I didn't know that. Okay. So, why don't you introduce your subject for this evening? It looks like we have quite a few people in the house. And here comes Queen Nancy. What is the song that they always introduce the Queen and the King? Nancy, do you know? Is it the one that boom 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 boom
That's
boom
for
boom?
the president. I don't know about the queen.
Me either.
Well, I think it's done with bagpipes, isn't it? I think, isn't the bagpipes technically the only music that's
Wow,
to honor
yeah,
the Queen?
that would be cool. Yeah. What is it? The Irish Guard that plays the bagpipes, and they come in. Oh my goodness, they did Amazing Grace in the movie Amazing Grace. Wow, was it good?
Jeff, that's probably not the one that. Yeah, the Scottish, not the Irish, the Scottish. That's correct.
Could have been the Scottish.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, thank you.
Scottish play the bagpipes.
Why did I think it was the Irish? I don't know.
Because we're part Irish, that's why.
No, it was in the movie. I just didn't remember. Hello, Muscle Shell. Woohoo!
Oh, my.
So, yeah. Why don't you introduce the subject there for us, Frostbite, and we'll jump on into it. It's going to be interesting.
Sure. Yeah. So Michael and I were having a discussion out for a walk, and he called me and said, "Hey, are you going to be on the live tonight?" I was like, "Yeah." So we talked about a number of things, and there was one thing that kind of just resonated with both of us as we were talking about stacking, collecting, what to stack, what to keep, how to do it, setting a strategy, having a good network, the same thing that we talk about on the channel all the time.
Yep.
Right. This is standard conversation. And so if you're a collector and you're trying to figure out, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right way? Then you're doing one thing absolutely correct. You're doing what's called self-assessment. Okay. And if you're doing a self-assessment, you probably have exactly what Neil has listed there, which is a strategy. And so Neil knows kind of the direction I'm going with this, but I want to convey a story. You guys know I like to do stories, and then we'll begin and do the topic. But imagine that you're in 1964. Okay. You guys know the coins that were there during that time frame. It was right at the time where silver was being pulled from the market. 1965, the act basically would remove silver from our coinage. and you wanted to make sure that you had a good collection of those items because you knew that those early Lincoln Cents and those Morgans were going to be something that was of value later. You had the foresight to do that. And you collect as many as you can. It doesn't matter if they're rarities. It doesn't matter. As long as they're above MS65, it doesn't matter. That's what you're collecting. Fast forward 40 years. And you get to the 2000s. And you do a vector check. It's taken you 40 years to do it. And you take it to a coin shop and you say, hey, I want to see how much this is worth. And they're like, oh, it's about this much. And to your dismay, those prices have hardly changed. Why is that? It's because you're collecting the wrong things. Common dates, even in decent high grades, don't sell for tons of money. They don't change in value very frequently. And I've heard this from the ANA a number of times and from different speakers, that one of the most common things that collectors do is collect a lot of common date, common coins. Mm-hmm. It's okay if you enjoy them and you want to collect them, but as an investment, it's a failed strategy. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about why, why this happens. So Michael, this is going to be more of a discussion between you and I, kind of like what we were talking about when I was out for the walk, right? And we were just chit-chatting.
Yeah.
Because that's the conversation we need to have. And
Beanie Baby.
So,
yep.
Garrett, so here's the thing. Remember that I talked about the year being 2000. Okay. Yes. The recent events have yielded that if you had Morgan dollars, there was going to be a surge in the price because of silver. The point of the story is it doesn't always work that way. We're experiencing it. That's awesome. But for decades, it never happened. For decades, it never moved. So to think that that's going to happen with everything else that you do is speculation. You don't know. But yeah, I know you do. I got you. We're tracking. We're speaking the same language. But what's important to look at is there are some things that you don't want to get into. So the last thing that you and I were talking about, Michael, was, and there's a little bit of a delay, folks. So you type something, it's like 30 or 40 seconds that I will see it on my StreamYard side. So give me a bit of time if there's a massive delay. Because for some reason, I have like a built-in 15-second delay on top of YouTube's 8 or 10-second delay.
Yeah.
So mine drives me nuts sometime on StreamYard. The last thing that you and I were talking about, Michael, was develop a plan, have a strategy. And you mentioned something about the ability, staying within your means.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, and you've talked about this with everybody else, I'm sure. Talk a little bit about what you guys have been doing, because you've made mistakes. You know that. You're working through those, but you're doing the right things now. So share with the people kind of some of the stuff that you're doing. And you don't have to get into specifics, but that's the conversation that's important.
Yeah. And for me was, and let me start with this. We're getting in the, our later years, and health-wise, we're not as good as we were 10 years, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I mean, 20 years ago, we were throwing watermelon around like candy, right? And, heavy work, hard work, and the future was ours, right? And then when you start getting up in your age, things for most of us, not all of us, but most of us, we start dealing with the issues of life and all that it entails. your knees start hurting, your back starts hurting, you're going to the doctor more often. You start, and it forces you to start looking into your future as to how are you going to take care of the other one.
Yep.
If I go first, how am I go? What are we doing to provide for Nancy? And on the other hand, what if the opposite? So we're preparing for that time so that we're not going to be stuck in a hard place. And for Nancy, it would be very difficult for her to go through some of the stuff that have collected, and I began to realize that she couldn't do it. She would try her very best, but as much as she's around me and my coins, they're her coins. But as long as I'm playing with them, they're my coins. Okay, kind of thing. But how am I going to?
So real quick, Michael, if I can say something really quick.
Knock it out.
Gentlemen, if you didn't catch that, you missed a golden opportunity for understanding what a good husband is. Okay. What's yours is hers and what's hers is hers. I'm just kidding. No, but
yeah. That's the right rules.
what? Yeah, exactly. Right. No, but there's a little bit of wisdom there. Right. And so, because you're getting ready to go into the next phase of kind of what we talked about. The realization that the time is coming, okay? The realization that the time is coming where you're going to have to start making some hardcore financial decisions is around the corner for all of us. And Michael and I were talking, and it's like, well, I had some very specific plans that I wanted to do. Unfortunately, I have to replace the transmission in my car. So yes. Obviously, but what is my investment there for? What is that fiat money that I set aside for? What is my stack for? It's to cover those situations when I have this. You guys know Tiger Stacker. Tiger Stacker is dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. And the sentiments that he has made about his wife being able to understand where to go, what to do, and with what is something that we all need to be able to think about. Now, what I've done to help my wife is here are the context of, or the group, the content of people that I have in my life, that if there's something that goes wrong, either health wise, monetarily wise, or I pass, these are the people that you go to and you tell them this is exactly what's here. Mm-hmm. And so you have to do that. If you don't do that, you're risking. It's a gamble, right? And so, it's never too late to start, but sometimes it is too late to grow wealth. And when you have the opportunity, the moment you realize you need to make a change, don't hesitate. Make the change. Do the hard thing. Implement those things that need to have happen. And the reason that I again, Michael, you and I, when we were done, it was like, this is the perfect conversation to have tonight.
Yeah.
Right. But it takes something called financial discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you have done what you're supposed to within stacking and collecting and do things based off of dollar cost averaging and buying the things that you really, really enjoy, it's a win. It's a win.
Yeah.
You can do things that will help you. However, just because things like dollar cost averaging will smooth things like volatility, Neil is again right on freaking point. Nobody has a crystal ball. It's still speculation. So here's one thing that you really have to think about when you're doing this. If you don't have a plan, you don't have a plan, and that's fine. But just be aware that when crisis comes, you're going to be one of those people standing there with your phone going, I don't know who to call. So build your network, build your community, build those relationships, that right now. Okay. Right now, build the relationships. And this is the conversation that Michael and I were having today. We have a relationship in which we can speak frankly about things. And I can tell him, you know what? I know you like those, but they're no good. They don't matter to me. But here's the thing. That's regarding green beans. I know why people like them. That's great. They are a thing. They really are a thing. They're just not a thing to me. So if he was trying to off a bunch of green beans, I wouldn't be paying the premium for them because I don't care about that. So don't limit yourself to just one person. Same goes with information. Don't limit your information to one person. Right. Neil said perspective. Absolutely. Right. You want to make sure that you're taking and looking at, what matters and then focusing on that. And you guys are doing the right things. You guys are having the conversations. You're working on something that I have been really trying to focus on the last couple of years, which is getting out of debt. Right. That is, without sounding doom and gloom or detrimental, debt is the one thing that holds us all in bondage. It's biblical, right? Get out of debt as best you can. I get the house. I get it, right? I get having to buy a car, right? But get out of debt. Don't stack, don't collect by using debt. It will not pay in the long run. There are very, very, very few people who can use it properly and benefit them. Just be careful.
Yeah. Let me tell you
Right.
a quick story about a friend of mine, just to throw this in with you. A friend of mine inherited a collection from his dad and grandfather. It was passed down. Lots of silver and some gold. And I've told him for a good while, why don't you bring it over here and let me help you go through it? I'll tell you and I'll show you the value of it. And then you can make your plans from there. I knew that because he's been working very hard at how do I say this? Going to college part time in the evenings and doing it online, plus teaching school. He's wanted to move up. He has his master's now, and he's working on the principal license and such as that further down. But he's getting further in debt. I says, why don't you put this together? Let's find out and let's pay off some of this debt. How about that? And he really needs to, because then it frees up the credit, makes his credit look better, and he can make that long-term plan that he wants to do. He wants to have a home of his own. That's what he's going for. And he finally said, I think I'm going to come over there and we're going to do this together. And I said, I'd love to help. So he's finally came to the place that he realizes that he can't keep carrying that debt. The student loans. Oh my goodness. Car loans, this loan, that loan, good salary, but it's all getting eaten up by what? Interest, right?
Fact. Yeah. It's a tax.
Yeah. So and I'm so proud of him that he's finally made that decision. And we all have to make those decisions. And if we're married or if we're single, no matter what, we have to make our plan. We have to bring people into it that we can trust, that can help us to go through it, help our spouse to go through and help make these decisions and stand with us to be able to do these things, and it will make it so much easier on our spouse or on us. There we go. Easy.
Will, and
like,
well, Tiger and I have talked about this a lot, right? And this goes with what we believe the merit of a man is. and it's making sure that our spouses and our families are taken care of. And it's not the definition of what a man and all that stuff is. I'm not going to get into the craziness of that. But we have that same general definition, right? And this is something that Tiger and I talk about a lot, actually, about wanting to be a good provider, about wanting to make sure that when the inevitable happens, that the reason for all that work is she's going to be easily taken care of, right? And so understanding what you have, keeping a list, keeping track of the things you have, let people know what you spend for it. It's going to help inform what the increase of value over time and stuff is. Just putting little things into place to make sure that you have what you need when that event happens. But again, I can't go on and remind. I want. How do I say this? Silver and gold. They're not the same. They're different. Same as platinum and palladium, right? Michael, we talked about this as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Silver, platinum, palladium, they're industrial metals. As that demand runs out over time, they will go up. But there's a caveat that people have to remember. If they go up so high that the common person can't buy them, are they really beneficial to you? Yes, you might feel wealthy, but if you can't find anyone to buy it because gold is $50,000 an ounce or some crazy number in the future, how do you do that? So, and people are like, "Oh my God, Frosty, I can't believe you would complain about $50,000 an ounce silver or gold." No, I'm not. But you had better make sure you have people in that network that can buy it when it gets there.
Yeah.
Okay. And because there will be a lot of people who will say they will, but you got to be on your best to make sure that you don't get taken. Because as things like that happen, well, again, Neil, trade it for a house, outstanding. How are you going to pay the taxes on that? You have capital gains. You have a whole lot of stuff you have to do. It has to report. If you don't want to be one of these people that has to report everything you do, talk about the strategy for that. So what does that look like? See, these are the things people need to think about when they're doing things. When it doesn't matter if it's artwork, it doesn't matter if it's Harley Davidsons, it doesn't matter if it's airplanes. I'm picking on Tiger if he's still in chat, by the way. It doesn't matter what you collect or what you enjoy, right? And those are things that he liked when he was younger and a young, goofy doc that liked to spend money. When you wake up and you realize where the value and where the importance goes, it's a full-on shift. But you have to find people that are on your side that when the crisis hits. A great example of this was something that happened not too long ago with constitutional or junk silver. The refineries weren't taking it anymore. You could barely buy it. Has anybody tried to sell a bunch of it? I know 2 or 3 people that have. And the amount of money that they want to buy it for is horrible. Now, it's $8 under spot to buy. What do you think they're buying it for? 35 under, 45 under spot. What in the heck are you talking about? There's no way. Yeah. So, because people are just like, we're just not doing it. I'm not buying it at anything above 40. Well, it's going to probably break 100 next week. How did that help you out? So make sure you have exit strategies for those kinds of things. And so, because there are going to be times when things get tough, it's not going to be silver and gold to carry you through. It's going to be the essentials. It's going to be the community around you. It's going to be food and water. and it's going to be the skill set that you have. Right? So as you do this, you just have to remember that when you're building your strategy, precious metals and collectibles are only a small portion of your total portfolio. They should not be your entire portfolio.
Yep.
Diversify, right? Diversify. And this is something that we are talking about tomorrow morning because it's extremely important. Understanding volatility, how it can help you, how it can hurt you, knowing the different markets, knowing what your options are. We're going to be talking crypto. I know people hate crypto. That's fine, but it is a feasible option for many people. And if that is an option for you, then you need to be informed. We need to talk about some of the issues with it, right? So just have that information. But Michael, how many times have I told you when you've asked me for something, go get a second opinion?
Yeah. Right.
Why? Because I don't ever want to be the sole source of failure for you. But if you don't like anything that I'm saying, go follow it up with a financial expert and say, you know, hey, my buddy Frosty said something and I want to know if he's speaking sound truth. Because, man, I don't want to mess up and tell you something wrong. Right?
Yeah.
So your network matters. Grow your network. Grow those people around you, because that is ultimately what's going to help you when times get tough. It's going to help you when the SHTF hits. And there's always going to be one, whether it's personal, whether it's community, a flood, fire, hurricane, tornado. There's always going to be one somewhere looming. Prepare yourself and surround yourself with good people, and you'll be good.
Yeah. Wow. And that's what it's
Isn't
all
that the
about.
truth?
Yes.
I mean, it really, isn't that the truth?
Absolutely.
So, Michael, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
While I was sitting in the basement, you were listening to something about the Boy Scouts. Are you a Boy Scout, Eagle Scout?
Not anymore. I was Boy Scout when I was a kid.
Okay. But a couple years
prepared.
later,
Be
you're
prepared.
still in. That's exactly right. That is the basic motto.
Yeah.
Learn how to do some really cool skills that if you're ever out in the woods or you get lost, you know how to get through. They're essential skills. We don't teach them anymore.
Nope.
We do not teach them anymore. And those are things that we really need to be working on. Yes, create your strategy, stick to your strategy, but man, you've got to learn some skills. You've got to get out there and learn some stuff. Learn how to build a fire. Learn how to filter some water. Learn how to build a shelter. Like the essentials.
Hey, really?
How many of you, can I ask a question of your chat?
Yeah.
I want you guys to put a 1 in chat if you've ever put up a tent.
One.
Put a 1 in chat if you've ever put up a tent.
Yeah.
And for some of you, you're going to be like, well, that's kind of dumb. I think everybody's done that. You'd be surprised. Right? Most of us have, but there's a lot of people out there who, Neil, I've never done it. Neil Kras. Okay. Look, learn how to put up a tent, dude. Go buy a tent. Put it up.
Not a pop-up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't go buy one. You pull the 2 tabs in and go doing. Have you seen the ones? Have you seen the ones that are done by foot pump? So there's ones you have a little fan, a little motor, and it blows air.
Oh my.
And you just connect it to this little dock and it blows your tent up for you.
Oh my. Will it last in a snowstorm?
I don't know, but I was like, I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah, no. Pump tent, Army. There you go.
Oh boy.
Well, but again, these are little skills. Knowing how to build shelters, knowing how to do some of that stuff. Um, my sons, even when we're doing a barbecue, right? Build the fire. What do? You break off some kindling, put it in the center, build your little log cabin around it, put a couple big logs on top, light it from the bottom. One burns another, burns another, burns another, and now you got a good fire in very short time, right? Or you just go grab the propane heater and you just torch the crap out of it, and and then it's done, and you don't have to worry about it. But it's teaching them the skills to do that stuff, right? And my son is a good cook, and he loves to do that stuff, and he knows how to mix spices, and he knows how to cook foods, and it's one of those things that just learn how to do some of that stuff. Army teaches you everything. I think the military in general teaches you. Navy teaches you how to swim, how to stay afloat, how to swim under oil if it's on fire.
Back in a moment.
Say again.
Back in a moment.
Yep, no problem. And then you have Army, right? Teaching you how to build pub tents and basic survival skills using the stars. The Marines, very much the same thing. And then the Air Force, you get your little bottle of grease and, so that you can stop the wheels on your chair from squeaking. I'm just kidding. How many Air Force people do we have out there? I never had to enlist. The Army, Navy, and the Air Force. Everything sucks in Canada. I'm not eating no ants, Neil says. I've actually eaten ants. In Mexico, we ate chocolate covered crickets. That was interesting. I've had crickets before. It wasn't the first time I've had them. They're not bad, actually. My son's sitting on the other side. He enjoyed them.
Good.
But yeah, just learn some basic skills. But the real thing is community, folks. Really, you want to be good in a bad time, have a good community of people, right? And you'd be amazed where you think you have them and you don't. You'd be amazed where you don't think you have them and you do. So get to know the people around you. Army infantry, 15 years.
Yeah.
You were Army, right? Michael?
No, Marines.
Oh, you were in Marines?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Booyah to you.
I actually wanted to be, I wanted to go in the Navy, and it was easier to get in the Marines at the time. Go figure. Yeah. Because
I was in the Navy. So have I ever told you my Navy Marine joke?
Go ahead.
So you'd know that the Marines love the Navy, right?
Of course.
Yep, we're the best Army the Navy ever had.
Yeah.
We used to have.
That's the reason why they call them swabbies, right?
Say again?
That's the reason why they call the Navy boys swabbies, because they always clean up after us.
Yeah, well, we had and again, I absolutely love my Marine brothers and sisters, but
Yeah.
there are some serious esprit de corps when it comes to talking Navy Marines,
Mm-hmm.
because there's just a ton of banter. And when we were out, I was in the Navy. We were out cutting holes in the ocean and basically doing circles in the ocean, waiting for our deployment. We had 2 Marine spotters. We would take them to whatever area they were going to do bombardments on, and they would spot. And we would periodically just run into them in the hallway, in the passageway, because they were wearing camo. We're like, oh, damn, I didn't see you, man. And one day, one of them pulled me aside, and I had been in the Navy about a year, and one of them pulled me aside. And we walked out to the lifelines, and he patted me on the back, and he says, "What color is the water?" I said, "Blue." He
Mhm.
says, "What color is the sky?" I said, "Blue." He says, "What color are your clothes?" "Blue." He said, "See ya, sailor. They'll see me. They won't see you." And I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna start wearing my whites." he he got into my head so hard. I was like, "Ooh, I didn't think about that. That's bad." But they teach you how to turn your jeans into flotation devices. So,
Yeah. Tie knot.
yep, tie the knots in the bell bottoms, flip them up over the top.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting tidbit, Michael. Do you know why they made bell bottom pants in the Navy?
I really never heard that story.
It's so that you could get your pants off over your boots or
Oh
get your
my
pants
goodness.
on over your boots.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Drown proof.
Well, yeah, I mean the shirts for those of you who don't know, the dungarees as they were called,
Mhm.
um, they were a wool-based shirt, and you could actually, when it got wet, they held water, so you could actually button the top button, pull it out, blow air into your shirt, put your long sleeves down, and it would hold water and act as a flotation device if you got knocked off. Your dungarees, the pants themselves, um, would actually you could take them off, tie the ends of them, and then flip them over your head, capture air a couple times, take your belt, cinch it up across the bottom, and now you have a flotation device. So your clothing was your rescue attire,
Yeah.
and a lot of people never really realize that.
And float, Mrs. Aloha said. You're
Yep,
right.
tight weave. That's right.
Yeah. Wow. Uh, it was the Navy bell bottoms were just the thing back in the early late 60s, early 70s. All the young kids wanted to wear bell bottoms. Yeesh.
They've made a resurgence. They're actually common again.
Wow.
They were really popular about 20 years ago. Bell bottoms were a thing for quite some time. They're still around. I still see people wear them all the time.
Yeah. Mm.
What's up, Miss Aloha?
So is anybody speculating on tomorrow? I see a lot of people saying, well, because of the war, prices are going to go up. I don't know. Might. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Um,
There's so much going on from one thing to the next. I mean, just boom, 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 boom.
well,
China,
here
China,
in
China.
Texas,
Now it's India, 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 China, India, Russia. All the different players in the silver and gold market, especially right. It seems like in the silver market, and I can't understand. All I do is just hold, try to do what I'm doing.
well, and that goes back to your strategy, right?
Yeah.
And I wish I could ban Neil. Neil, those are fighting words, brother. Um, Navy is just a glorified Coast Guard. Um, yeah, the only difference is when our ship sinks, we can't walk ashore. Um,
What are you trying to say? That's good.
Come on, Flea Bottom Fleet, let's go. No, I've got some amazing friends that are in every branch. Um, I actually, for a number of years, you over there still?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm talking to my son.
Oh.
I think he already stepped out. Oh, you there? Anyway, when he was younger, I went to a school for a couple years, and in their Veterans Day assemblies, I actually spoke, and I taught the kids what the Pledge of Allegiance meant. And I had Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, all their mottos, their sayings over the years, and made a lot of friends during that time frame of military servicemen and women that were around here. So we banter a lot, but I have utter respect for anybody who serves any country's military,
Mhm.
because you taking time away for your country, you leave everything you know behind, and it's a serious commitment.
Yes.
So anybody who served, and you know this, I talk about this with you, Michael, a number of times. It is not the veteran alone; it is the caretaker of the veteran that I admire as well, because
Mhm.
there are a lot of vets that hurt in a lot of bad ways. And so it is a thankless job. So if you're a caretaker of a veteran too, I tip my hat to you.
Chopper Jump Master of the SEALs. Woo! Yes.
Neil Kratz, China is trying to flood America with fake gold and silver. It is at epidemic proportions in China. There are licenses that if you were a retailer, you have to purchase. You can validate this by going to the ACEF online. That's the Anti-Counterfeiting Educational Foundation. But there's a certificate, an actual license that you have to have, indicating that you sell fake things in your shop. Some shops say everything in my shop is counterfeit. Everything in my shop is a reproduction. And yes, absolutely. Why are they trying to do this? Well, it's a destabilization tactic. You destabilize the financial market by destabilizing your free speech, or your free your product, right? So you stealing money from
Oh,
Nike,
yeah.
you're stealing money from the other place. Yeah. And so it's a style of warfare, believe it or not. It's state acted. It's a real big thing. That's crazy. Frostbite. Do you think numismatics are going slowly away? No, I don't. A lot of people thought collecting was going to end after 33 and after 65 and so on and so forth. Here we are 100 years later, and we still have these coins and we revere them. It's not like stamps. Stamps were a thing that, and again, there were still people who collect stamps. The downfall of this stamp was the email. Email was the downfall of the stamps because nobody sent letters anymore. So nobody went to the post office and picked up stamps. Nobody took one out of the sheet and put it in their book, right? And nobody bought an extra sheet to throw inside a sleeve. We quit doing that because we were sending emails. We're sending text messages. That was the final coffin. Being able to send text on a phone was pretty much the final coffin for these stamps. This will always be money, even in a situation of trade. People know this. We have 250 years in the United States, but we are millennia of trade overseas of numismatic items. There's always going to be the antiquity dealer. There's always going to be the collector. There's always going to be somebody who wants this. Here's the kicker. Same situation. Pre-33 gold. If the cost of gold is plummeting, it acts as a hedge for you because you have the numismatic buyer, the person who wants that for its numismatic value. When it goes up, the numismatic value falls away. And now you have something that is more valuable as bullion. This is why I said stop the melt, right? Because you're killing the opportunity when markets fall to maintain wealth. I'm not doing it because I want the collectible coins. I'm doing it because those collectible coins are going to be the things that help maintain some wealth in certain time frames. And so in a downturn of precious metals, your numismatics, your pre-33 gold specifically, is going to maintain a certain level, and it can act as an additional hedge for you. So I do not see numismatics going away. Great question, Miss Aloha. I do see some crazy things. If you want to talk insanity, were you around on what happened on Friday, Michael?
Yeah.
United States Mint released 2 ASEs.
Mhm.
They sold out in less than 15 minutes. Okay. Not a big deal. How much were the ASEs?
God, what was it, 160, 170 bucks? It was expensive.
173 and 175 respectively.
Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch.
Ellie Fowl says, I got one. Outstanding. I got one of each.
Mm.
Why would I spend 170 bucks for an ounce of silver? You want me to tell you why?
Yes,
I'm
we
a
want to
collector.
know. Because what?
Because I'm a collector.
Right.
And the congratulations set is only one of 60,000.
Oh.
Very low number for those. Not extremely low, but a low number for those. The semi-quincentennial,
Hey, Daniel.
okay, the semi-quincentennial that has the Liberty Bell on it, 1776 to 2026, right? 250 year, 500,000 of them, they sold out in 20 minutes.
Wow.
Now, everybody's chasing the semi-quincentennial one. I want it just because when it comes time to mintages, 500,000 is a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the semi-quincentennial. So there is some historical precedent for the coin. It means something to me. Whereas the congratulations set from Philadelphia, there's only 60,000 of them. That's my investment. That's where I'm putting it in there. Oh, by the way, you guys, I haven't told most of my subscribers that I got it yet. That news was kind of dropped here, so you'll hear it tomorrow, but FYI. It dropped on Michael and Nancy's. But that's why I did it. I spent $383 for 2 coins.
Mm.
2 silver 1 ounce coins. So, again, is that a wise investment? It's speculative. I'm speculating that it's going to be worth something because of the mintage. If I'm right, it pays off dividends for my kids. And if I'm wrong, then it's just a cool coin from history.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're going to speculate, be okay with losing. If you're going to collect, be okay with losing. Just enjoy what it is that you do. I saw Day do 25 buckets of sand and got 1.4 grams of gold. Nice. So I'm really curious about the pre-33 gold. Comment Maple. Instill your wisdom, please, because I think you're wrong. And I absolutely agree with wasting time with goldbacks, but we won't get into the goldback situation because I think it's a scam. But I said, let me take that back. I don't. It's not stackable. It's okay as a collectible, but it's not a stackable item. Do not stack goldbacks. It's bad news. But I shouldn't have used the word scam. Scam's a wrong word. That's not correct. It's not a scam.
I heard the other day, don't know if this is true, and I'm not trying to, but yeah, I heard that there was one state where you could get the full value of the gold back that bought and sold, what they're buying and selling for, I guess. and I don't know which state that is, but I thought, well, that's a change because dadgummit, why would you pay $6 or $7 for a go back and you couldn't get that value when you went to the store to buy, to use it. So if you can go to a place and get the full value that you've actually paid for that, and I'm assuming that's if whatever your go back is, and I've got a couple of them here. I didn't buy them. People were gracious enough to sell them to me. I mean, send them to me rather. So this one here has, I believe that's, what is that, 1/2000th? So you got to figure out, well, what's 1/2000th of an ounce, right? Not sure. $2.50, maybe.
Say that one more time.
I'd say $2.50, maybe 1/2000th rather.
I don't even pay attention to that. I don't know. They're cool as a collectible thing. They look nice, but they're not something that you want to stack.
Nope.
I have talked with people about this. I've explained technology adoption and why it's a bad idea. If you look at the adoption curve, they don't even have 3% in industry engagement. They talk about all the stores that they do and they have, but that's great when the economy is good and people are accepting it. But what happens when the economy starts to get bad? People say, no, I can't do that anymore. We've had our silver. We've had silver in our money. Do you have a silver dime handy?
Oh, yeah.
Stick one in front of the screen. I want to make a statement. Okay. That year is 1926. Okay. So that is 100 years old. Beautiful time to grab that. Great grab, Michael. But here's the thing. That coin being 100 years old, people still don't know its value.
No.
People don't know that is worth more than just a dime. How in the heck are they going to know about this gold back?
Huh.
So I have issues with that. And it's, again, their process, it's cool. The artwork, there are some of them that are just fabulous. Absolutely gorgeous. And for that purpose, they're cool. But they can only be for collectibles. Do not stack them. You just won't get your money back out of them. In my opinion.
Do you see what Tiger just put in there? That's funny.
Well, fortunate thing is he's a doc, so he can write that subscription or write that prescription. Yeah. I'll go pick it up. I'll send you the address to my pharmacy. No, and again, this is, and Tiger and I have talked about this ton.
I know.
Gold Maple, you're wrong, sir. Quit spouting stuff you don't know about. That's not accurate. Not even close. Quit using Google AI. Silver is a highly traded commodity. There's a lot of situations that could happen with all the turmoil in Mexico right now that can cause that to go high. Come on, dude. Let's get on board. Okay. You don't have to sound smart, man. Misinformation and disinformation are bad things. They already plague our community. We don't need more of it, bud.
Amen.
Okay. And folks, you guys know I have zero qualms with calling people out. None. If you don't like it, then indicate in my opinion. Okay. But don't spout your opinion as fact. Sorry, just don't do it. It's disrespectful to the host and it's disrespectful to everybody in chat.
Yeah. I have a lot of opinions that I keep to myself. Right?
Say that again.
I said I have a lot of opinions that I keep to myself. I don't
You
need to.
know,
I don't need to. I don't need to let everybody know what my opinions are because most of them might be wrong.
I do. I used to really censor myself with that. I stopped doing that with my friends. And I found a long time ago that biblical, right? It goes back to, what do you firmly believe? Iron sharpens iron, right? You never sharpened a knife by cutting bread.
Oh, that's right.
So why would I soften the language I speak to you? It's not going to help you. And so I don't do this with my friends. I tell them exactly what I believe. And I want people to understand that when you look at information, cultivate multiple sources. Okay. And when you have an opinion, sometimes that opinion needs to be yours. Tiger and I have a rule with Tiger.
You are.
Okay. I have a rule. Yep, exactly. Yep. And everybody's got one. Exactly. But I have a rule with Tiger. I don't speculate on where the price is going to go. I have a plan based off of if it gets to that price. And if you ask Tiger, and we talked about this, right? You and I actually, Michael, you and I talked about this. I was on your channel. I called 3 points that when silver hit, it would go back up. And it was going to bounce between 2 points. And it was going to bounce between somewhere around 72 and 85. It's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. If it gets above 85, it's going to go up. It's going to challenge that next ceiling. That next ceiling is 90.95. If it breaks through this, it's going to go up. If it doesn't, it's going to go down. Well, I don't know what it's going to do. We can speculate, but I don't know what it's going to do. There are so many things. Silver's so freaking volatile right now that it's just like, oy, 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 oy. I know when I send Frostbite, oh yeah, so it's kind of like my kryptonite, Tiger. Yeah, he's going to start sending me a gold back a week just to keep me where I'm weak.
It's hard to be humble.
And again, I have my opinions on things. It's okay to have your opinions, but you don't always need to voice them.
That's right.
And if you do, voice them
right there.
Voice them to people that will shoot straight with you. Don't surround yourself by yes people. That's horrible.
Oh. I can't stand it when the room I'm in gets really hot. Then I start coughing, and it's my sweetie is just the opposite. The hotter it is, the happier she is. Yeah, we need a division here in between us. Air conditioning on this side and the heater on the other side.
So I want to address one more thing. So gold maple, again, silver is volatile. That's why you buy gold. If you buy silver, the game is to exchange silver for gold.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So what you're telling me is your strategy is to play the GSR. That's great. It's a noble strategy and that's fine, but that's yours, right? So here's the thing. At $95, there's a lot of people who can't buy silver, but you're telling them to try to buy gold, which is at $5,200 an ounce. So you've got to work in people's strategies. Just because that's yours doesn't mean it works for everybody else. Now, here's the thing. I talked also at the very beginning, the fact that silver is an industrial metal. Gold is not. Gold is a financial, it's a banking, it's a collectible metal. It's a collectional piece. and it does maintain its value, but it can also drop and it can also lose price. But there's going to be a point in which it becomes out of pocket for people. So are you saying that because it's an inferior metal in your mind that people shouldn't find alternatives? So be careful, because you may imply something that you don't realize that you're implying. And I think that's what you're missing. So make sure you understand the whole strategy. Because I'll give you the example. You said pre-33 was a waste. A St. Gaudens, okay, carries in what they call something called the Goldilocks zone. Okay, so if you're not familiar what the Goldilocks zone is, quick Google it. Okay, so what the Goldilocks zone is, it's an area that if something drops, we're talking about the numismatic value moves very, very, very slow in relation to the precious metal that coin is in. The precious metals are volatile. They go up and down very quickly. But the 333 is the Goldilocks zone. It's the earth compared to the sun. It sits in that right area. So when gold starts to drop, that numismatic value does not. It stays there. Now, the numismatic value may be $200 under what spot was, but when spot drops $450, now that numismatic value is now again worth more than the gold. You don't understand the strategy. You can't utilize it. That strategy may not be for everybody, but you have to understand that if you're going to do that, you're not winning at every trade. Selling silver for gold, you can still lose. And in fact, because you consolidate, you can lose more rapidly. But you got to be willing to do that. If your focus is gold, then that's it. But that's your strategy. I'm rolling stuff into platinum. Neil knows that. Tiger knows that. Michael knows that. So you're telling me that I'm a waste? You're telling me that I'm financially irresponsible? Come on, dude. You don't know me from a hole in the ground. So if you want to tell people, I believe XYZ, then do so. But quit stating it as fact. It's only opinion. And it's yours. Okay? So unfortunately I am too, but I'm on the StreamYard side, so I can't do anything about it.
Which one? StreamYard allows me to put them out, time people out, but it's like for 30 minutes or something. It doesn't give me that little.
Well, no, I'm not mad at Gold Maple. I want to correct that. But there are some comments I'd like to strike. Here's the thing. Information with purpose, if directed in a neutral way, can be beneficial.
Yeah.
And again, I get you. I know what you're trying to do. Okay. It's like Neil. Neil is hardcore plasma, platinum, palladium, right? He's hardcore. He pushes that stuff. I get it. No problem. But what I want people to understand is words matter, right? Tiger and I had this conversation and he was all sorts of fuming at me because I'm like, okay, I know what you did, but words matter, right? And I'm big on this. And why is that? Because people manipulate words so badly. I'm going to give you I was talking to my sister. Okay. Here, can I do story time?
Yeah.
My sister deals with kids who are special needs, and she deals with folks that need the most help. The most severe manic depressive, the most severe anxiety, the most severe cases of ADHD, autism, the most severe cases of, and we're talking some of these are quadriplegic, like just the kids that need the most care. And some of these kids get into crisis mode. Now, there's a lot of people that just went, "Oh my God, crisis." And that's exactly what I did when I heard my sister say this. And I told her, I said, what makes me so angry is that nobody genuinely knows what a crisis is until they've actually gone through a genuine crisis. Okay. Losing your keys in the couch is not a time for crisis. Everything isn't shocking. Everything isn't wrong. Everything isn't right. There are levels to everything. You change the word of a sentence and you change the phrase of what's being said. So when my sister and I were talking, she was explaining that she has this kid who is he's extremely low functioning, highly aggressive. They have him on massive medication. And he's a good kid, but he has those crisis moments. And he beat her almost bloody. And he's 10 years old.
Mm.
Folks, that's crisis.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
And so I want people to be very clear. When I call somebody out for saying something, it's because words matter. The reaction of our words matter. Because what we're doing, our society as a people, and I'm not trying to preach, but what I am trying to do is get people to understand one thing. When people push something that is mediocre and they call it important, they call it mandated, it loses its meaning when the real thing happens. And then we get a group of people, and we're seeing this in our society right now. They don't even know what the hell the definitions mean.
Right.
They don't know who the players are. And they're angry, and they have no idea why. Words matter. Saying things correctly matters.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going there, but and there's on both sides, Ellie. Trust me,
Yeah.
we have them on both sides.
Hey,
Yeah, it's you're right. They used to be the village idiot, and they sat alone in the middle of the town. Okay, now with connections and Wi-Fi and telephones and social media, people connecting in tens of thousands of a second, the village idiots have all connected.
mhm. Yep.
Okay.
My dad, my dad and uncles were in the World War II. My uncles saw the concentration camps. They know what those people did. So don't feed me this BS and call me one of them people that were mistreating those people.
Well, and so
So stupid.
again,
Words matter.
feelings are high. Tensions get high. Political tensions are freaking off the charts.
Oof, yeah.
But what genuinely matters, right? You know what we don't do anymore? We don't do what Michael and I did today. Just talk.
Right.
What's going on? Hey, well, you're going to be on the stream? Yep, cool. Okay, bye. That's usually the conversations. Tiger and I have conversations in which sometimes we both look at the screen and we don't have to say much. We know what we're each thinking. Right? Hey, shush.
She said right too.
Yep, that's right. I've heard it. She knows. But
That's it.
when those moments happen, Tiger and I frequently have to check back for a couple of days and go, hey, are we good? We square, right? We had to call out some hard words. We had to say some stuff. I know you're really frustrated with me, but are we square? Love your brother, appreciate you. Yeah, we're good, no problem, no issues. Uh-oh, hold on. Let me go find out what she's barking at. I'll be right back.
All right. I am really enjoying this conversation, folks, and I hope that we all get something out of it.
I sure do. I always do when Frosty's on.
Only one more stupid person brainwash. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I'm glad you're enjoying that. Hey there. How you doing, Richard?
I'm back. Somebody was walking their dog, and we have the windows open because it's so amazing outside.
Oh my, shut up. Hey, we actually got up to 60 today, though. Woo! Man.
What are we at right now? I don't know if I even want to say. Yeah, I don't want to say.
Let's say don't tell us. I think we're back down in the 40s already. And my outdoor temperature gauge broke and said 57. It's still saying 57. I know it ain't. I have to go out there and unplug it.
Go out
Take the
there and
batteries out. Kick it across the street.
Yeah, I think we're still hotter than your high today.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is.
Fair.
That is. Who will talk your ear off? Yeah. I really did enjoy it. We can hang it as long as you're able to, Frostbite.
I am willing to do whatever. I've got about 45 minutes before I need to shut down and get some shut eye before tomorrow's stream.
Yeah. 88 down there where he's at in Texas. Woo!
Yeah, I think it was 87, 85, 87 here today. It was gorgeous. Phenomenal day. It got a little warm towards the end of the day, but it was gorgeous outside.
Yeah.
88.
88 is.
I think I'll cry.
Yeah, that's when you want.
Hey, Nancy.
Can
I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you like to bake?
Yes, I love to bake.
Have you ever made those fluffy sugar, kind of air sugar cookies that are like you take your cake mix and you spin your sugar, you use powdered sugar to make it light and fluffy, and then you use miracle or whipping cream.
Yeah.
And it turns them really light.
Trying to think what they called those. I had a recipe for them, but I never used it. Seafoam.
So my daughter made. There you go. My daughter made those today. She made them with a very light lemon flavor.
Mm.
Oh my goodness! I told her, sweetheart, you are no good for me. Because I said, there's only one thing that would make this cookie better, and that is, Bavarian cream.
Yep.
If you injected Bavarian cream into the inside of that thing, holy cow. And she's like, oh, I can do that. Yeah. All I would have to do is make them a little thicker. I was like, oh, no. I called my wife, honey, we're in trouble.
Frosty, insert cut.
Well, it was funny because I know she likes to do it, but she's like, Dad, do you mind if I cook? And I was like, no, absolutely. Go ahead. And so she started baking these cookies. I was like, oh, they smell nice. And oh man, I ate one and was like, oh, Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rye bread. I like rye bread. It's one of the ones that I enjoy different kinds of bread, but I do like rye bread too. But I'm kind of stuck on honey wheat bread. I just like that.
We like honey wheat as well. It makes really good tuna fish sandwiches.
Mm.
You take tuna fish really light. We use a Japanese mayo. It's amazing, and we put it in there very light, and you put it in there. You don't pack it in too thick, but just nice, whatever. Strip of lettuce, couple thinly sliced tomatoes, and a little bit of thin sliced avocado.
Mhm.
Oh, heaven!
Local honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oatmeal and chocolate chip. Nancy does that for me a lot. Too much, actually. Yeah, albacore. Yeah. Oh, here we are. We're over on the. We're over there in the in the food section now of the show, and we're going to talk
Courtesies of Bifrost,
yes, yes.
sponsored by Bifrost.
Yeah,
Do your kids like to bake? Yeah.
tomato soup. Mm.
Well, you know what she told me she's going to make next time?
What?
Bavarian cream pies.
Oh my god.
Now that is fattening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, sweetie, let's talk about this. Okay. This is going to have to be a quarterly thing now. Okay. You can't be baking for us every weekend and stuff. She started laughing at me.
Where's it? Where are they at?
Well, she's the kind of person that she can bake, eat one, and then be done.
Oh yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. She bakes, I eat one or two or 10. I like snickerdoodles too. Snickerdoodles are my favorite cookie. Do you like snickerdoodles?
Yes. My problem is I like it all, but I don't eat it all.
Oh, you
I
know what's
want-
really good to eat? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying I was called a diabetic many years ago, and now I'm pre-diabetic because I know how to push away from the table. I had to learn that the hard way. I would push away from the cookie plate. I know my limit, you know.
That's good. That's
And
good. Yeah, you definitely need to do that.
It isn't that I don't eat a cookie, but I eat a cookie like it's a special treat for once in a while.
So, Gold Maple has just earned my graces back. He says the best chocolate ever is Score. I love Score candy bars.
Ooh,
Love.
yeah.
Yeah, those are good things. And they're really, really cool to eat frozen.
Mhm.
Yep, snickerdoodles are one of the favorite. Yeah, I love so my other one that I like, and this is I don't know if you guys like, do you guys like stout coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. I like Turkish coffee and ginger snaps.
Oh, oh, oh. Yeah.
that
Ginger snaps.
is a serious vice.
Mhm.
Say again, Nancy.
I said ginger snaps is one of my favorites.
Oh man, those things. Yeah, stout coffee, wars like stout beer. No, a really stout, heavy coffee and some ginger snaps, and oh man, I'm in heaven.
Mm.
I like mine in coffee too.
Oh, they're just it's
Have you
I
noticed
just
that-
like yeah.
Have you noticed that ginger snaps, the kind that you buy in the store, got really like, what's wrong with this? Where's the ginger? You know, it got really cheap, and it's hard to find a good one.
We have I'll see if I can find we don't get them normally. But there's this company, and I don't know if they're local that they make them, but they come in this little pouch, and
Mm.
there's probably 35 or 40 cookies in there. It's not a huge package, but those things are amazing. Yeah, and if you really really like ginger,
Mhm.
the ginger root honey tea with ginger snaps, It's extremely potent, but it's good for like cramping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy local.
Don't buy
local.
local ginger. Yeah.
Yeah, from China. What are they
Yeah.
doing?
Genetically modified. There was something wrong with some stuff, but yeah, you got to be careful. In Hawaii, they found people that were selling rice that wasn't rice; it was plastic.
Oh my God!
Yeah, some Chinese company was selling plastic rice.
Wow.
It's horrible.
Together with wasabi, Tabasco, and ghost pepper. Woo!
I'm right there with you. I like the hot stuff too.
Yeah, let me send you some. Let me go get some habaneros and let Nancy make you a habanero sauce. Wow! Even the Mexicans couldn't stand them.
You want to make it? Send me one. I'll eat it.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, Nancy and I used to sell boiled peanuts, the big giant ones, out at the flea markets, and we always let them have some kind of a tomato jalapeno sauce, right? And they loved it, but they kept saying, "Oh, it's not hot enough. It's not hot enough." So Nancy made some habanero for them. Oh yeah, it was hot.
Put my foot down right on them.
Yeah, and and they came by to get some, and oh boy, yummy, yummy, until they took that bite of it. Yeah. Uh-huh. if that had not worked, I know my sister has those little tiny red peppers, little tiny red peppers
Those are
on a little bush, and them things. Oh God, they'll make you scream. Oh, yeah. I love jalapeno if it's mildly hot, where I'm tasting the food and not the dadgum jalapeno fire. Not the fire. I don't like the fire. I like the taste.
So, Miss Aloha, I miss that ono with fish. Oh, it's a very spicy sauce. It's really, really good. And I miss a good poi. Banana poi.
Venezuela gave out low grade food parcels, barely real food. Oh my God. Yes, it wasn't pre recorded. Obviously. And they can read the comments too.
See, there we go. Yeah, I'm telling you, Miss Aloha, I miss Hawaii. I do. I had some great time. Ate a lot of amazing food there. Need to get back. Need to take my wife there.
Hey,
So what else you guys want to chat about? We've talked about everything today.
Yes. Cool. Maybe we'll see if you can find the chili pickings.
Oh, but out of all the chilies, if you want to make friends with any of them, there is one pepper not to do it with.
And that's which one?
That's because they get jalapeno business.
They get jalapeno.
All up in your business, jalapeno business.
All up in your business, yes.
Yeah, jalapeno business.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, that joke.
Oh boy.
Frosty, you might get a kick out of this one. Yeah, I told you my daddy was in the Navy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so after I got a little older where I could help him in the garden, my daddy would grow peppers. And he grew these banana peppers that ate you up inside once you ate them, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Anyhow, what he did, but first, he bites the tip of it off, and then he hands me a fresh one. He says, "Here, Nancy, you take a bite of this and see what you think." I bit off that thing, and I stood an hour in front of the fan trying to get the heat out of my mouth. And him sitting back there just laughing, just roaring.
So he bit the tip off, poured the juices out, and then ate the pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not nice.
I didn't think either. I never tried one again.
Oh man, when you eat one of those plump hot banana peppers, and I'm talking about hot banana peppers, folks, they are hot.
They're mean what
and-
they are.
You bite into that, and that juice squirts down your throat. There's no eking that one. That one has to stop. It's pretty bad. Yeah. The seeds are horrible, Ellie. You're right. Yeah. Like any pepper, you remove the seeds, you remove a majority of the spice, but
Well, I finally figured out after all these years of messing with peppers that if I cut out the seeds and just cut up the rest of it to put in like chili or something, you get the flavor, but you don't get that heat. And I do not like heat. My mama thought it was funny too.
well, the one thing about peppers, a lot of people don't know, if you grow peppers and you have a garden,
Yeah.
peppers are naturally deterrents to many types of pests,
Oh yeah.
and they're really good. But if you're really sensitive to it, and Ellie says capsaicin is good for your body, it is. But if you're really sensitive to it, they can leach into your other vegetables. So be careful how close you plant them.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
found
yeah.
that out the hard way.
Yeah.
'Cause we had habanero bell peppers.
Oh,
Mm.
I love
That-
bell peppers, but
Yeah.
Oh no, they were bad. I mean, we planted the orange bell peppers and we planted habaneros next to them,
Mhm.
and holy Toledo, we ate that bell pepper, and I was like, that must have been a giant habanero and what happened was the plants, their roots intertwined,
Oh,
and that bell pepper became a habanero. It was a mild habanero, but that bell pepper was hot.
yeah. Woohoo!
And that we cut that thing up, and because we always take a bite and then we'll give some to our dogs. Our dogs love peppers,
Cannabis.
and I took a bite of this, and my fingers, I have a crack on my fingers. I was like, what in the heck? Because my fingers are burning.
Oh my.
And I was like, is this a habanero? And I took a bite. It's like, no, it's holy Toledo. Ooh. I was like, that's a bell pepper, but it's cross blend with so we tried to get the seeds, we tried to grow it. We can never get them to grow, but we're going to try and replicate it.
Wow.
But
Woohoo!
that was a number of years ago. I haven't had a garden in I don't know how many years.
we had one a couple years ago, did fine.
Oh, let me jump up here.
But after that, things just started going. They started getting those. I can't even think of the name of them. They get on cucumbers and stuff like that.
Oh, squash bugs.
Yeah,
Oh God, yeah, they destroyed our.
they ruined the
Couldn't get
garden.
rid of them. They leave the little eggs underneath the leaves, and still you try to kill it off. You have to yeah, it's not so easy. Question there, I put up there on the screen from Neil, and wonder if anybody's heard that. I wanted to save it just in case because we were talking so quick.
So there was a discussion, and it's been a couple months ago,
Uh-huh.
that India left the LBMA and went from China to the LBMA, and then I think they're shifting again. But I don't know what's going on with it. I haven't seen it for quite some time. I couldn't tell you what the recent news on it is.
I've wondered about that too. I've been hearing rumors about India separating from putting more space in between them and China. Kind of interesting. Don't know exactly.
Well, again, it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure. Yeah, I haven't seen news on it, and I mean, I'll search it up and I'll see what I can find. But I haven't seen anything recent on it. I haven't been watching news on India. I've had my mind set on South China Sea and Mediterranean. So
Yeah. Border clashes. Okay. Yeah.
well, we got notification by the governor that we should stay away from Mexico. So
Yeah.
it's when that drug cartel dude got shot, it stirred up the hornet's nest for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
India prefers gold.
Yep.
100% gold. They do silver because you can't buy a lot of gold, but no, Indians love their gold. It is, excuse me, it is steep in their tradition. Absolutely steep in culture.
Mm-hmm. The problem with them daggum little bugs is they go underneath and plant their eggs underneath, and the bugs stay underneath the leaf. They don't sit on top. You got to hunt for them. 7 does you'd have to turn up every daggum leaf to sprinkle it, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, they wear their wealth.
Yeah. So, but I think it's becoming harder and harder and harder. And again, if you guys are going to be buying silver or gold jewelry, especially gold jewelry, you had better make sure you're testing that. And again, remember, XRF guns only test the surface.
Yeah.
So if it is filled with any kind of resin, an XRF gun will not detect it. So you need to make sure that you're using analytics, Sigma Analytics, or some other device to verify that metal. Do your due diligence. You better do it because, again, there's so much fake stuff coming out right now. You just get one.
Yeah.
Or have somebody that does, because it's bad right now. Well, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to wind down. I'm going to go say goodnight to the folks that are still awake, and then I'm going to prepare for tomorrow morning.
All right. Enjoyed it. Lots of good information out there and things to think about, and manners that we are learning to uphold, if I can say it that way.
I'm going to say good night, y'all.
And learning how to be graceful sometimes when there ain't anything else you can do.
Hey, T-Bird.
Hey, T-Bird.
Before I leave,
huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just hollering at T-Bird.
Before I leave, I got to tell you, there were 2 goldfish in a tank. And one looks to the other and says, "You know how to drive this thing?"
Good night, guys. Oh, movie just ended. Well, very cool. Oh, by the way, now, hey, in case you guys have been wondering, we've been putting these little short videos up, and that's been Jeff and I. Jeff is the AI guy, and he sends them me to try to make to approve it, and I have to watch it because Jeff can get a little on the if you go to his channel. But anyways, we're trying to set it up so that we can have a great giveaway on the night before Easter. Okay, and we're going to be putting objects that you're going to have and things in there that when that night comes, we're going to ask you to tell us what you saw or some of the comments, something like that. We're going to be doing that, so just keep an eye on those shorts and enjoy them. They're kind of cute, funny, and very short, like 6 seconds. Nothing to have to spend a lot of time on. We'll be putting at least one out a day till we get there, and so as it gets closer, we'll finally figure out what we're actually going to do. But just keep an eye on them. Please like and share them, because that helps, and we'll get more people in here and have much more fun. So thank you guys for coming and watching. Thank you, Frostbite, for hanging out with us. It was really great, and as always, I enjoyed all the unfolding and revealing of many things we always have discussions of and may not always have the right answers. But that's the point of it, is to learn.
To learn is a benefit. The important thing is to have the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Right. And that's what we do. Have the conversation. It's really important to, it's really important to know that community first, right?
Yeah.
And have the conversation. Don't assume that everybody thinks like you. Ask, right? Pose questions. Ask, why do people think certain things? You might be surprised at what you learn.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I found out that there was a small arms bust in the military, and it was because they shipped an order of T-Rexes.
Yeah. T-Rexes.
Did you miss it?
I missed it.
The small arms. T-Rex dinosaurs, they have small arms. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Really dumb joke. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see if I could sneak one in there.
You did. It went right over my head. I was reading something. I really wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was trying to be funny as we signed off, but it just kind of loses something when you got to explain it,
Yeah.
Good night, Frosty.
We'll see you guys later. Take care.
Hey, do me a favor. Put your channel in the chat there for me, if you can. I don't know if you can here, or somebody put his channel in the chat for us, and you'll check him out. He's going to. I think he'll have one early tomorrow morning around 9:30. I think Eastern for me.
It's 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central.
Yep.
And it is right there. Yeah, I just passed 7,300 subscribers. So
very cool. Very cool.
My goal is 12,000 this year. I want to get to 12,000.
Please subscribe to them if you hadn't. I'm pretty sure most of you have, but if you hadn't, please go subscribe. It's a great channel to go and listen to and learn.
So I'm going to ask you for my channel, but I want to also ask you for Michael and Nancy's. If you guys enjoy these conversations, you want to grow the community, share it with people that you think might enjoy it. And don't just go, oh yeah, I'll share. Actually go through, show them something and say, hey, I think you'd benefit from these conversations. And again, this is how channels grow. So yes, I want you to do it for mine, but do it for Michael and Nancy as well. Make sure you're going through and sending people information and saying, hey, you know what? If you want to come in and talk about, Franks and beans one day and Tootsie Rolls the next, whatever it might be, silver, gold, or snacks, right? Come on in, let's talk. And it's growing community. And that's what their channel is. It's growing community.
That's what the big point is. That's always been the main thing, is to grow community of people that we could lean on and could lean on us. And I think that's what it's all about. times
All
get
right,
tough,
folks.
when tough times come, you have your support system around you. You have people that care about what's going on in your life. You got somebody that's willing to take a little time to help out or and to pray and perhaps even do something to improve the situation, even just with the conversation, but perhaps in other ways. So
Yep.
that's what it's all about, my friends. That's what this is all about.
Yep. And remember that, oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, remember that there are no knock knock jokes in the military because freedom rings.
Right? Amen. That was good. Good one.
All right, folks. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right.
Night.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night, folks.
I'll
We're
do
going to call it a night too. Appreciate you coming in, and it was very enjoyable. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Woohoo! Freedom ain't free. That's right, sir. That's right. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. I got to sit down with Jeff and try to figure out exactly what we're going to be doing because I'm not really clear yet on it. But yeah. Good night, T-Bird. It's good to see you, friend.
Night, T-Bird.
Good night, Rockamos.
No.
Good night, Eli. Good night, War. Yeah. Good night, Neil. Good night, Richard. Let's see. You go fast. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm giving it a minute for everybody to say goodnight. No, and last moment chance to say something in the chat. Grab them next time. Woohoo! Good night, Richard. I don't know if Humbles jumped or not. He's got about 11 minutes if he's going to start his live at 12 or 11 at his time. No, actually 9 p.m. at his time. He's on the West Coast. Oh yeah. I enjoyed that, Eli. Those are the things that make my life. I enjoy getting things like that. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you doing that. Good night, folks.